Aarav was 12 when he left behind the warmth of his home in Mumbai for the cold, unfamiliar streets of a small town in the American Midwest. His father had gotten a job as an engineer, and the family moved with excitement and dreams packed in every suitcase. The house they moved into was quiet. Too quiet. The neighbors barely said hello. His mother tried to brighten the living room with marigold garlands and the scent of chai, but the silence still hung heavy. Aarav's first day at school felt like stepping into another world. He wore his cleanest shirt, his lucky red sneakers, and a hopeful smile. But as he entered the classroom, the laughter died down. Every pair of eyes followed him. Whispers floated through the room like cold wind. During lunch, Aarav opened his tiffin. The comforting aroma of his mom's butter chicken and naan drifted into the air, and almost instantly, a boy across the table scrunched his nose. "You, what is that smell?" A few others giggled. One boy smirked and muttered, "Probably some curry junk." Aarav froze. His hand hovered over his food. He wasn't ashamed of it back home. He loved his mom's cooking. But now, it made him feel different. Too different. That wasn't the worst of it. In gym class, while the others picked teams, he was left till the end. One of the boys, tall, blonde, and full of swagger, rolled his eyes. "Do we have to take him?" And once, when Aarav stumbled during a soccer drill, that same boy called out, maybe he should go back to where he came from. He didn't fight back. He didn't cry, at least not where they could see. But that night, under his blanket, Aarav whispered to his mom, "Why do they hate me? I didn't do anything wrong." His mother cupped his face, her voice calm but firm. "Beta, sometimes people hurt what they don't understand. But listen to me. Never hide who you are. You come from a line of strong, kind people. Be proud, be patient, and keep shining." So, he tried. He kept answering questions in class, even though his accent was mocked. He joined the science club, even though no one talked to him at meetings. He started carrying sandwiches instead of samosas. He thought blending in might be easier. But one day, something changed. The science fair was announced. Aarav had an idea. Something inspired by stories his grandmother told him. A solar-powered water purifier that could help villages without clean drinking water. He stayed up late for weeks, sketching, soldering, testing. When the day came, he stood beside his display, eyes tired but hopeful. Most students walked past him, more impressed by flashy robots or volcano models. But then Jackson, the same boy who once called him Curry Boy, stopped. "You made this?" he asked. Aarav nodded cautiously. Jackson leaned in. "My uncle's a doctor in Kenya. He said people there walk miles just to get water. This could really help." Aarav blinked, surprised. For once, Jackson didn't sound mocking. He sounded impressed. That small moment cracked something open. Later that day, Aarav won second place. He didn't even care that it wasn't first. What mattered was when Jackson, in front of everyone, clapped and said, "Respect, man! That was genius!" The next week, Jackson sat beside Aarav at lunch. He didn't say much, but when someone else muttered, "Still smells like curry in here," Jackson looked them dead in the eye and said, "Shut up." From that day on, things began to shift. Others started asking Aarav questions about his project. A few even asked to try his mom's samosas. He wasn't just the Indian kid anymore. He was Aarav, the smart one, the kind one, the one who kept showing up, even when it was hard. By the end of the school year, Aarav had real friends. Not many, but real. He brought food to the International Day without fear. He wore a kurta during Cultural Week. And when he gave a small presentation about how diversity strengthens communities, he looked up to see not just polite faces, but faces that were listening. That night, he and his mom sat in the backyard. The sky was painted with streaks of orange, pink, and violet. "See that, Aarav?" she said, pointing up. "No one asks the sky why it's not just one color. People love the sunset because of its colors. That's what makes it beautiful." Aarav looked up and smiled. Maybe one day, people will see each other like that too. He knew the world still had a long way to go, but he also knew this. He didn't have to change who he was to belong. He just had to be brave enough to stay himself. And in doing that, he had changed hearts, one moment at a time. If this story touched your heart, if it made you feel something, please consider subscribing to the channel. There are so many more stories like this, real, raw, and full of soul, waiting to be told. Your support helps us share voices that deserve to be heard, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for listening. Stay kind, stay human.